4 sausage patties I have crumbled, and now I am browning up. A handful of fresh spinach I just went and harvested. 1/4 of a cup diced sweet onion, or you can use shallots. 8 eggs. About 1/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream. This is optional. You can exchange for half and half or regular milk. A couple of tablespoons of fresh grated Parmesan cheese. Let's talk about our flavors. I'll be using my signature voodoo dust. This is where I'm going to yield my garlic and my pepper blends. Fresh grated nutmeg, optional, but it takes it over the top. A pinch of cayenne pepper, dried parsley flakes, and a little bit of salt. For this frittata, you can bake it off in an oven-safe skillet, but I'm going to put a twist to mine. I will be baking mine in a square dish, and I'll explain why. Make sure your oven is preheated at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Happy Thursday, y'all. It's like 10:45 in the morning, so I'm fixing to call this frittata my lunch. And I know y'all are thinking, frittata in a square dish? Yes, because when it cools off, oh, you don't want to stem. When it cools off, I am actually going to slice it into squares, and that's going to become our breakfast sandwich for the next 2 days. See, there's reasonings to my madness, and I know you're thinking, what are you down there doing? I'm stacking my spinach because they're large leaves. I'm going to fold them in half. Oh, I got an onion there. I'm going to fold them in half, and I'm just going to dice them small on the bias so they're not big string pieces of spinach. That way we get spinach throughout the frittata. And that's all I'm doing. But before I get to cutting those and moving on to our lunch, because I'm starving, I got to share something with y'all. And make sure you have your coffee when you're tuning in to Lippy, because you never know what the topic's going to be. Y'all, if I was to have my blood checked, it would draw coffee. I'm just saying. It's what gets me by. But you see in the title, we had the ultimate frittata. But you also saw big announcement. You're thinking, uh-oh, what is she up to now? Well, it's not me. Well, yeah, it is me, but it's because of y'all. The emails that y'all have sent for 2 days saying, you're out of stock. One of our friends said, I got the last one. Can I offer more of the holiday collection, health and beauty? And I was like, guys, I'm out. Well, early this morning when I finished the chickens, I drove 25 minutes across the state line to another town. And let me tell you, I'm liking that. First time I'd been there, but I'm loving it. Very clean. It's Marshall, Texas. Let me just tell y'all. Anyway, I hit a couple of stores. Y'all, it's the holidays. Things are picked over. But I was able to, how would I say it, achieve what I set out to do. Now, it's not in abundance, okay? So this is what I did because it was slim pickings. The holiday health and beauty gift set. This is what I came up with, and I only have 2. That's it, of the large one. And I will insert a picture of each one, and yes, they're already on my website. But in this tin, I didn't offer 1 each of the 4 ounce. I offered 2 2-ounce each of the salves. So it's 2 ounce calendula salve, 2 ounce comfrey salve, 2 ounce hurt me nots, and 2 of my lip balms. Okay, so therefore it's 2 for 1 basically, and it's allowing you to keep a set, gift a set. but I only have 2 of these. But this is what I come up with. Whew. And this was hard to do because I went off without measurements, and it was just by grace that I got it right. Here is the small health and beauty. This is a single batch, if you will, a single collection. You'll have 1 each 2-ounce tins, calendula, comfrey, hurt me not, and 1 lip balm. Now these are the 2-ounce, and it'll come in these little containers. And of course, it's cost saving to you guys as well. So I can offer the large, keep 1 set, share another set, and I can offer 6 of these single ones. And what I did is I taped the lip balm to the front to look like it's part of the package. So I'll leave the website link down in the description. You can have a look. Now, guys, this is all I can offer. 6 of the small, 2 of the large, where you can share with family or a friend. And that's all I could come up with. We do still have, I think, 4 of the large signature trays. I think there's 4. Whatever the website says, it is correct, because I did update last night. Because, guys, I was mixing and making salves last night in hopes that when I struck out this morning, I could find something. And after 3 stores, this is what I came up with. I'm not a big shopper. And as y'all know, this just kind of came up because of you guys, or I'd have planned better. But I didn't want to disappoint you ladies that has emailed me and asked, can I put something together? I didn't want to disappoint. So I hope that the way that I have structured them works for y'all. But all the information, what you get in the gift set, the oven's ready, is something that you would like. So we got to move to the frittata. The oven says, I thought that sucker was going to keep singing. I ain't never had no oven sing to me. So we got to get this going without a stem. So I'm going to grab you up. I'm going to move you as soon as I cut. Well, I'll just show you how I cut it. That way you'll see it. And then we got to go to the stove because we got to rock this out. I'm starving. Okay, I got it like rolled up. And I'm just going to do small little chops, julienne. So we have plenty of spinach. Y'all know I have waited a long time to get my spinach up to where I could start using it. And the other day my daughter was over and we was out in the greenhouse. Yeah, we had a little snack. We was plucking a spinach leaf. We'd go back and get another one. It is so sweet because when that coldness hits those brassicas or the leafy greens, your lettuce, it brings out a sweetness. It's not bitter. I'm telling you, the best tasting spinach. I could just eat this, but we got to go cook. Now, if you don't have my voodoo dust, salt, pepper, some garlic to taste, you know, and you can still achieve. So if you don't have it, it doesn't mean that you can't bring this together, okay? Skillet back on the eye. And like I said, if y'all have never made a frittata, as long as it's a oven-safe skillet, you can do it all in this one pan and throw it in the skillet. Throw the skillet in the oven with all your goodies and cook your frittata. But because I want to turn this into the center for sandwiches, breakfast sandwiches between toasted bread, I will be putting mine into a square dish. Okay, that's just an option. In goes about 1/4 cup of onions. Now you can use shallots. If I had mushrooms, I would have been adding mushrooms, but we're going to keep it simple. I'm going to start seasoning, and this is going to be to your taste and a little on the stove. It's not a cooking video with Lippy if you don't see a mess. It's just how I roll. While the onions are getting soft, couple of minutes, I'm going to go ahead and whisk up these eggs. Soft. I've got my eggs whipped, not very well, because we're going to come back and whip them. I'm going to add just a splash of heavy whipping cream, just a little bit of parsley, just a small pinch of cayenne pepper. Now, this is optional. You do not have to use that, but I just gave a small pinch. Let's give this a stir real quick. And I'm going to grate in just a little bit of fresh nutmeg. It brings it all together, and it doesn't take much. Decent amount of salt, not too heavy, but you know, it's about flavor. I'm going to get this beaten very well. I'm going to add about a tablespoon and a half of butter to my dish, and I'm going to put it in the oven and allow the butter to melt. We're going to add a little bit more, maybe a half of a tablespoon. We want to get it melted because we're fixing to add our spinach, and it doesn't take long for spinach to wilt down. Our butter melted, so I'm going in with our julienne spinach. Now, if you have small baby spinach, you could just add those in. This is gorgeous. Y'all look at this. Is that not the cutest oven mitt you've ever seen? I'm loving it. Thanks, Miss Debbie. Our dish is out of the oven, and I'm just going to pour this goodness all in our baking dish. We're going to spread it out as even as possible, so every slice will have a little bit of that sausage, onions, spinach. It's going to be so good. I hope y'all can see. I'm going to add a little bit of the grated Parmesan cheese. Now, this is where you could come in and put a layer of grated cheese of your choice. I'm going to whip these eggs one more time. And like I said earlier before I continue on, you could have left all of this in your skillet, done exactly what I'm doing here, added your egg, and then put it on into the oven and cooked it like a traditional frittata, round in a skillet. We're going to get this egg poured all in here, evenly distributed, and a little bit more cheese. It's going to be salty, briny, and that was spicy breakfast sausage that I crumbled up, so. And I added a little bit of cayenne, so this will have warmth to it. It won't be extremely hot, but if you don't like heat, definitely don't use hot breakfast sausage or cayenne pepper. In the oven, 400 degrees, 10 to 15 minutes. Look at this frittata. It's golden brown around the edges. You have a little bit of butter that has seeped through. It is perfectly cooked, springs back. Look at that butter, though. It's going to be hot, but I want to cut a piece. Now, like I said, the only reason I did mine in this square dish is because once it cools, I will be cutting it out into squares that will fit between two pieces of toast. So as Bud goes to work, he has a breakfast sandwich, you know, in his hand. Out the door he goes. And that's why I like to make the frittatas like this. But I'm hungry, so I got to cut. It's piping. Look at, oops, look at that. It is gorgeous. And I should get, matter of fact, I'm going to count real quick. So that would yield 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 slices. Now, I'll have another one in the morning. This will carry us through the weekend because that'll give us 6 more. So that's 3 days worth of breakfast. And for him, breakfast sandwiches. And 3 days for me, just a slice without the bread. That's just the way I like it. So I'm going to cut into it. And y'all can see it up close. Isn't that gorgeous? Whoops, oh, I caught it. Y'all, the smell, and I'm so excited. This is truly the first time I've used the spinach this year, except for snacking in the garden. This is the first time I actually harvested some because this is what I was wanting. I was holding off for that. And as you can see, I'm trying to borrow time because this is going to burn my mouth. Y'all, it's hot. It's creamy. It's fresh. I get that little hint of nutmeg. Not much now. You saw it's just a couple little scrapes, but it brings it together. It brightens up the spinach. I'm getting the saltiness from that Parmesan cheese. And yes, I know I'll probably say it wrong. That's the Louisiana language. There's another word people call it. There's a shortcut. It's probably because they can't pronounce it either. Y'all, this is just too good. You know, I've already got it cut. I deserve this, right? Because I'm going out to the sugar shack because I'm labeling and sealing all them salves I made last night for you guys. And I'm having a ball with this. So like I said, I will leave the information or the link to my website down in the description. And I also put a product description. I can't believe I did it by myself, but hey, I found it. And I put it in there. So that'll give you more information on these, what's the rule? These feel goods. I forget, I can't say that S word. So, and I was pretty proud of myself for putting this on here. Well, one, I didn't measure right. It wouldn't fit in the tin, so I got to keep it real and keep it honest. And you know, there's always free shipping. Shipping is always built into the product. You just have to pay taxes. Of course, we all do. But you'll never see me charge for shipping. Sometimes I nail it. Sometimes, you know, I don't. And that's fine too. You know, sometimes I undercut myself, but I'm still fine with it. I just think the shipping is ridiculous. And I've learned certain ways to package to make it cheaper for you guys to be able to purchase. Because that postal will get you. So you got to really learn how to package. Keep your package safe. Keep your package secure. Some of you that has gotten your package, you saw it had fragile stickers all over it or white stickers. Because I'm trying to bring the attention that this is fragile. Please handle it with respect. But it's still a crapshoot, you know, when it goes into the mail. But I need to edit this. I've got to go work. I've got to eat. And I cannot stress the thankfulness that I feel here. You guys just, y'all are the best folks I think I've ever met. Because you're teaching me, you know, and you're asking for my products that I work really, really hard to put out the best product that I can put out with class. You know, it's my name out there. So I want it to be top shelf, have some class. I want the packaging to be classy because that reflects back on me. And also, I wanted to present my products to you guys in the top shelf manner that I can. And so I hope I'm achieving it. But it's only because of you guys that I'm pushing myself to get out of that box, that comfort zone. And I think all of us have that box in one way or another in life. Well, this has been my box, and y'all are steadily pulling them bricks off. And it's like, you got it, Lippy. And now I'm telling myself, you got it, girl. And so I'm indebted, and I love each and every one of you. So as always, stay safe, stay well, and God bless. And I will see you on the next one. Make you an ultimate frittata. Put it in a square dish. It's amazing.